Hello everyone. Today's topic is degradation of heme and jaundice. Before going to the main topic, we should know about what is hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a red color pigment which is found in erythrocytes. What is the main function of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin will be performing two important functions. First one is delivery of oxygen from the lungs to the tissues, and second one is transport of carbon dioxide and protons from tissues to lungs for excretion. This hemoglobin, which consists of two important parts, so heme part and globin part. Heme is a non-protein part and globin is a protein part. So here we can see heme part as well as globin part. Globin, which consists of four polypeptide chains, here alpha 1 chain, alpha 2, beta 1 and beta 2. These four polypeptide chains, so which are held together by a non-covalent bond. These polypeptide chains, which consist of many amino acids, if you take alpha 1 polypeptide chain, so which consists of 141 amino acids, and beta 1 chain, which consists of 146 amino acids. So totally 574 amino acid residues which are present in a globin molecule. Coming to the heme part, heme is a non-protein part, so which consists of a porphyrin ring, and here we have four pyrrole rings are attached with ferrocyan. Ferrocyan is present in the middle of the molecule, and four pyrrole rings, pyrrole ring A, B, C, and D, are attached with the middle ion, that is ferrocyan. And each pyrrole ring, which consists of two different functional groups, will be attached. A methyl functional group and vinyl functional group will be attached to A pyrrole ring, and methyl and vinyl functional group will also be attached with B pyrrole ring. For C pyrrole ring, propionyl and methyl functional group will be attached, and for D pyrrole ring, methyl and propionyl functional groups will be attached. So this is the structure of heme, which is a non-protein part. Coming to the degradation of heme, aged erythrocytes will be degraded. So when the lifespan of erythrocytes is completed, that is 120 days, then these erythrocytes gets enter into spleen. So where macrophages are present, and these macrophages converting this hemoglobin to heme part. And here these amino acids will be released. Why? Because globin is containing amino acids, and these amino acids gets released by the macrophages, and here these amino acids gets utilized for the formation of the hemoglobin. Again, the heme will be formed from the main source of hemoglobin. 80% of the heme will be produced from the hemoglobin, and remaining 20% of the heme will be produced from some other sources such as other heme proteins, which includes immature RBCs, myoglobins, and cytochromes. These are the main important sources for producing the heme. Now the heme is gets oxidized and converting into biliverdin in the presence of heme oxygenase enzyme. So what is happening here? Here, due to presence of this enzyme, here methylene group, methylene bridge, which is present in between pyrrole ring A and B, will be broken, and here we can get a biliverdin, which is a linear chain compound. To proceed this reaction, here these are the few important coenzymes are required. NADPH is the main important coenzyme, so which provides two hydrogens, and with the help of these two hydrogens, here the pyrrole ring, the bridge between the pyrrole ring will be broken. In the next step, the biliverdin gets converted into bilirubin, which is catalyzed by biliverdin reductase. Here the biliverdin gets reduced, and two hydrogens again accepted by biliverdin, and it is converting into bilirubin. So what is happening here? So here the methylene bridge, which is present between C, pyrrole ring C and pyrrole ring D, will be broken, and here we can form a linear chain of bilirubin. So here these hydrogens that we can see here in between pyrrole ring C and D. So these two hydrogens are provided by NADPH. So finally we can get bilirubin in the spleen by the reactions of heme oxygenase and bilirubin reductase. And this bilirubin, which is a lipophilic nature, which has a lipophilic nature and which is yellow color pigment, so which gets enter into the blood circulation and it is attaching with albumin, which is present in the blood circulation and forming a complex called bilirubin albumin complex. Now this complex get enter into the liver. So liver consists of glucuronil transferase enzyme. So due to presence of this enzyme here, the bilirubin, so which is water insoluble compound, gets converted into a water soluble bilirubin. So here two molecules of glucuronate will be utilized, and these two glucuronate molecules will be attaching with bilirubin directly. So here we can finally form bilirubin diglucuronide. And this is a soluble form of bilirubin, so which is present in the liver. Now this bilirubin gets enter into the bile acids from this common bile duct. Here these bile acids get enter into the intestine. So where this bilirubin diglucuronide gets converted into urobilinogen. So this is hydrolysis process. Here microbial enzymes are involved for converting of soluble form of bilirubin into urobilinogen. Beta glucuronidase is the enzyme which is responsible for conversion of soluble bilirubin diglucuronide into urobilinogen. Now this urobilinogen is formed in the intestine. So it is most of the amount of urobilinogen gets converted into stercobilin due to presence of microbial enzymes and finally converting into faces. Due to presence of stercobilin, here the stools are in brown color and minor amount of urobilinogen gets enter into the kidney and it is converting into urobilin, and urobilin is yellow color compound. So due to presence of urobilin, so here urine becomes yellow color. Erythrocytes gets finally converted into urobilin and stercobilin and get excreted by urine and feces. So this is the pathway of heme degradation.